Hello, now we're back and we're going to do the quotient rule now. I left this where I wanted you to see, here's my product rule, and hopefully you've committed that to memory. Notice I've got v times u prime plus u times v prime. Now why I wanted you to do it that way, check out the quotient rule. If you'll notice, the order these values are the exact same thing, but a major difference here is I've got a subtraction, and it is all over v squared. Quotient rule, you have to see these by side. Product rule, you've got something times something. Quotient rule, you've got something over something. The numerators, always my u, denominators, always my v. And I'm going to be doing these problems similar to what I did earlier. I'm going to indicate who is u, who is v, who's u prime, who's v prime, and then I'm going to write down the formula and plop in the stuff where it needed to go. So, first thing, numerators u, denominators v. Go do your u prime, go do your v prime. So we should have u prime should be 12x cubed minus 4x. V prime should be 2x. Okay. Now, when I was at UT, and I always get into patterns, and when something works, I always keep it that way. I always start with I always start with v in the denominator. I always put v in parentheses squared. Do not FOIL it. Do not do anything to it. You just leave it alone. I always started with v because then I knew I also had to start with it at the get-go in the numerator. Okay? So let's see if I can put stuff where they needed to go. So here's my v in parentheses. Notice it is v squared. Do not FOIL. Leave this alone. I have v times my u prime, there it is, minus my u times my v prime. Do not conserve paper. This stuff will eat it up, and the more you squish, the more you lose stuff. So again, after we get our u prime, v prime, and use the appropriate formula, guys, this right here is going to be out and out algebra. Denominator, again, leave it alone. It's the numerator you need to clean up as much as possible. So I'm going to FOIL this. Be careful of negatives. You might multiply this first, then distribute a negative, however you want to do it, but please be careful. So I FOILed. Normally if I have a monomial, I sort of think about the monomial coming right in front, and I distribute a negative 2x through. That does about the same thing. So once you get rid of parentheses, you combine like terms. And that's it. That's my derivative. You could go try the end derive, see if it works. Let's look at this one. U's top, v is bottom. So let me indicate first, and I separate them. I'm sorry guys, I just had a phone call. I hope this works. I'll find out here in a minute. Anyway, go get your u prime and your v prime. Write down the appropriate formula. Put it in the appropriate location. So pause me. I had to pause myself anyway a minute ago. So pause and you try to finish out this problem. Let's see how you do. So I put v and my u prime minus my u times my v prime. Algebra, clean up, combine like terms, and there it is. Okay, so go ahead and get your quotient rules, take care of those, and we've got a couple of more sections, so I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.